Hi guys, Sarah here, being weird again, but with purpose. And what I'd like to talk about today is kind of about the new moon that's coming up on the 15th. Restructuring is something that I'm feeling drawn to communicate. For me personally, this is restructuring the ways in which we communicate, right? How we communicate our needs and our feelings, how we can communicate better with each other, how we can come from a place of mutual respect, and how we can really heal ourselves and relationships, and how our healing also isn't only for ourselves, right? We need to heal as a collective, because hurt people, right? That the continuances of violence and hurt and bad stuff, we don't want that to continue. We want to stop that, right? So one of the ways that we do this is we figure out within ourselves, right, our authentic selves, what we need and what not. And then we also need to work out how to communicate it so that it doesn't happen again, right? Okay, so restructuring, be that finances, be that, what kind of career you're going to do, where you're living, where you're spending your time, what you're giving your energy to, whatever that is to you, okay? But how we get to manifest and use our magic is that we actually have to set intentions, right? But sometimes we think everything's so big and it's outside of us. Baby steps, right? So I like to use the moon. So this new moon that's coming up, we're setting our intentions for the rest of the month. So let's think that we're restructuring, okay? Moving forward with that, you have to be willing to put the work into whatever this restructuring is, and you need to be behind it 100% or it's not going to happen, right? So you got to want it. If you don't want it, you don't waste your time yet. Figure out something out, right? Don't go for the big guns. Work your way up to that, okay? So I was pulling a card before doing this, just wondering, where some guidance, okay? And I have this deck called the Isis Oracle. I just want to share with everybody who is unaware that Isis is not only a terrorist organization, she was an Egyptian goddess. And we can all harness that power. So I'm going to go a little weird on you. If you don't like where I'm going with this, absolutely feel free to stop viewing it. We're all entitled to have different belief systems and different ways of portraying our messages. So turn away with love is all that I ask you, okay? So I'd like to, first I'll show you the card that flew across the room when I opened it. So I figured that it wanted to be heard. The card is called Spirit of Isis, Triumph of the Goddess. And man, she doesn't look afraid to take on her challenges, does she? So what I want to say about this, I'm going to read the book, right? But one of the biggest things in this is that you are going to triumph. So her message is, call her in. You can say, I would like to connect with the spirit of the goddess Isis, please, and feel the power, if you truly mean it, that comes up through your feet. Feel that feminine power, okay? So I'm going to read you a little bit of it. You're going to have to watch me read, and that might be weird. If not, just look down at the bottom of, the desk, wherever. Turn me over, right? I'm not going to worry about it. So, Spirit of Isis, Triumph of the Goddess. Beloved initiate, there are times to surrender and let go, but there are never times to give up. Persist with your bold faith and inspired action until the impossible happens, right? Isis is the spirit of triumph and will never fail in her quest, no matter how bold or impossible it seems. Believe, right? So that's the basis of everything. If you don't believe in this, it's not going to work, right? You can, it's just, you have to believe in what you're going after is going to come, right? Otherwise, why are you working for it, right? It is helpful on the inner path, to let go and detach over and over again. And yet we need to stay true to our heart and to not give up on what we feel we are here to do. So it is hard, right, to continually give up over and over again, come to a new place of understanding, but obviously if there's still more to come up, it's healing that's not done, right? So this could be part of your restructuring. Feel it again until it's gone, right? And then that's why it's here. Whether it's reaching for enlightenment, for inner peace, for a creative breakthrough, or personal healing, the triumph of the goddess is with you now and urging you not to give up, no matter how far away or impossible success may seem to be. Don't quit. Persist until the impossible happens. All right, so the power of genuine inner will, not force or domination, but that inner power that fuels us to continue with our inner practices, right? After it's not cool anymore. To do what we need to the physical world to bring ourselves to light in life is growing within you now, all right? So everything that you've been doing to ascend, to lighten yourself up, by if you're getting rid of those burdens, right, heavy stuff, everything that you need to get true to you again, right? Let me continue. It's supported by living the right quest for you, okay? You're not going to get those things unless your path is just for you, no matter what anybody else wants to say about it, right? And that, my friends, takes strength. Okay. Sorry. It's seeking you to climb the mountain that lies within your own heart, not the one that's chosen for us by someone else, but the journey that genuinely lies within us. Feminine strength, okay, so here's where it gets to the goddess stuff. The endless determination is fueled by loving devotion, nothing less than love. Would be powerful enough to keep you going through this, right? If you've chosen this path after you have been tired of criticism or become too fatigued to respond to fear anymore, allow your heart to fuel the fire in your belly and let the divine love that is your being give you the energy and passion, this is weird, that you need to pursue your destiny and realize that it is pursuing you too, okay? The oracle comes at a time when you need to know that you will succeed. It is a reminder that you can surrender, let go of attachment as to how it will happen or what it will look like, even if it's frustrating. Surrendering the vision to the divine forces yet again, waiting until you feel it naturally coming together according to divine timing. And that's one of these things about even restructuring how we feel about control. The more you have, or you think that you have, the less you actually do. You have to surrender, and that's where this letting go of things over and over again comes to, because until you have, you're not going to surrender, and you're not going to manifest those things that you want.